Taurus, welcome to a Yours and Theirs reading for the week of August 18th through the 24th. This is Empowered World Tarot. We're a new channel. My name is Holly Christine. Let's get into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Taurus's reading for whatever they need to know for the highest good. Feel free to reverse or exchange the energies as necessary. We're going to call the first column yours. The next column will be your person, and then we'll look at the shared energies as well. We'll pull some advice and an oracle card at the end, and we'll be clarifying everything. So let's get into it. There it is. You are showing up with the Four of Swords, followed by the Five of Wands and the Three of Wands. Your person showing up with the Seven of Swords, Awakening, which is the same as Judgment, and the Five of Cups. In the shared energies, we have the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon. The overall energy for your reading today, Taurus, the Queen of Swords. And what brings us to this specific reading today, the Three of Pentacles. Possibly trying to rebuild some stability, get together with others, make some plans. We'll see what's going on. Let's just talk about this baseline briefly, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. Okay. On your side, the Four of Swords, Five of Wands, Three of Wands. So it looks like you're on a timeout right now. You are trying to get your thoughts clear, and there's some conflict that definitely is here. Maybe some arguments, some battling, definite strife and struggle. And then I see you just waiting for something to happen, waiting to make a move. Your person's showing up with the Seven of Swords, Awakening, and Five of Cups. It looks like they have one foot out the door. You may not be aware of this, that they may be doing this in sort of a quiet, maybe even underhanded kind of way. They feel like they're being called, and they are. They are. And they are also stuck in some sadness of the past, some things that didn't work out. Maybe there's some regrets there. They are trying to listen to their highest self before making a move, a decision. But they're in this state of depression and sadness and wanting to leave. In the shared energies, the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon. So some deep healing is needed here, and it looks like you guys are isolating to do it. You're going off into your own separate corners to deal with this, to look at things. We're not doing it together here, although what brings us here suggests that we are, that Three of Pentacles, but not in that back row. But perhaps when we emerge from our isolation, we'll be ready to express our hearts. And then who knows what's going to happen with the Moon. It's yet to show us. There's some buried emotions. Hopefully things come out and everything gets expressed. The overall energy, the Queen of Swords, she makes a declaration. She says, this is what's required. Yeah, you guys have to communicate here for sure. Can't do everything separate, but it looks like you may have needed some cooling off time after maybe a battle. All right, let's go ahead and clarify that Queen of Swords in the overall. That slid out. There we go. All right, let's find out what this queen has to say. There it is. Ooh, heartbreak. 3 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Lots of confusion, feeling stuck. And the 6 of Swords. We're ready to leave. Ready to move on and leave this behind. It's too much. Yeah, nobody wants to stay stuck in that. That's for sure. It feels bad. We just want to get out of here and go. Perhaps that's why you guys both are separated on your timeouts. And at the bottom, the Sun. Well, at one point we were really happy, but not anymore. Maybe on your timeouts, you're trying to think, like, can we get back to that? Or do we have to go someplace else altogether? It's probably not as bad as you guys think, because the 8 of Swords, even though it feels like a lot of stuck energy in this heartbreak, it's under some disillusionment. It's not as bound as it looks. But the Queen says, I got to get away from this. Both you guys, neither one of you want to be in this stuck energy of heartbreak and confusion. All right, let's look at the 4 of Swords, how you're showing up here. Taking a break. Getting your thoughts straight. There it is. And look at that, the 4 of Swords on the 4 of Swords. Followed by the Sun. We just saw that. Yeah. It just shows you're thinking about, like, can we get back to this? How do we get back to this? How do we exchange the energy out? 8 of Wands. Okay. That seems productive. And what brings us here is death and rebirth. Okay, good. Transformation. Let's look at your person showing up with the 7 of Swords. 1 foot out the door. Ready to go. It's kind of in a sneaky way. You may not be aware of how much they feel like getting out of here, getting out of Dodge. Show us the 7 of Swords, please. For Taurus's person. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Yep. They're like, this is my opportunity to get out of here. Yeah. At the bottom, yeah, look at that, the Hermit, and we get to clarify that next in the shared energies. They are more isolated than you are. Isolating themselves. They're ready to run away and just abandon whatever happened here. They're almost seeing it as an opportunity. You know what? I'll go find my stability elsewhere. I don't need this kind of thing. I mean, it doesn't seem aggressive, but it's more like running away because they don't want to face something or they don't want to deal with something. Yeah. All right, let's look at the Hermit. When we shine the light in the dark and we figure out what is in our path, what is in our way, what needs to be cleared, what needs to be healed. Both parties look isolated, like you guys are like two prize fighters who have, the round is up and you've gone to your corners. Only this one stepped out of the ring and is running in the back room. Page of Cups. The Fool. The Magician. Well, those are very positive on this Hermit. There's a lot of hope for a new beginning, a fresh start, and the work it takes to manifest. You guys have what it takes to do this. As long as somebody doesn't run away. Like, it looks like your person really ready to bolt, but again, you may not be aware of it because it's kind of sneaky. Um, I don't think they're as forthright with their thoughts right now as you are over here, wanting to figure out, how do we fix this? How do we get back to feeling great again? But you guys can be confident that you have what it takes to heal this, as long as both parties are on board. That's what that says. Let's look at the fight, the Five of Wands. What happened here, or what do we need to know about this conflict? Okay. The Star, the Empress, the World. And at the bottom, the Ace of Cups. There's something here you guys are fighting about that's tied up to a big wish or a dream, a desire. That you're, it's tied up to your person, Taurus, that it's like you wish something about them would just stop, like finish up, close out permanently, so that you guys could start a new cycle, if you know. And you're arguing about it, but it has to do with new opportunity for joy to come into your lives. Let's look at your person showing up, awakening. Their soul is calling them. Six of Wands. 10 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. That's wonderful. At the bottom, the Knight of Pentacles. So ultimately, they want a happy family, happy home, a happy life shared together, and everybody to be happy. They want everybody to be happy. They really do. They want victory. They want success. They want everybody on the same page. They want it to be fair and balanced, and just everybody on the homestead feeling really happy. But things have come to a halt, a slowdown, a stop right now. Well, that's good. This is what they want. The intentions are very good. But somebody over here in your column, Taurus, is really looking for something to close out. I don't know what it is. You know what? Before we go any further, let me grab this third deck. I want to see what that World card is. Maybe it's just the arguing. Close out the cycle of the fight about, I don't know, important dreams. Show us the World, please. What needs to close out? Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. And the Star again. Wow. Huh. At the bottom, the Two of Wands. Contemplating the future. It's tied up to family. Some big, bold move tied up to family. It's like you guys are fighting about some kind of family dream. Is this about having children? Could be with the Empress there. She's ready to give birth. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, you guys, but those are the energies that are here. Let's look at the shared energies with the Knight of Cups when we express our hearts. And we have the Ace of Swords. Nice. A moment for clarity, justice, bringing in the balance. Uh-oh. We have the Devil. Unhealthy behavior pattern here. Something shows up. It feels a little manipulative at the bottom. Oh, look, Five of Wands again. So you start expressing your hearts and how you feel, but then the fight starts again, the battle. Is this a power struggle? What is going on here? Because you guys are both concerned about family here. You both want your dreams to come true about this. Hmm. But you keep arguing about the same thing. Is this about getting married? With the Justice card? The truth and clarity about getting married is tied up to something here that's not healthy, and then we start arguing again. Your person just wants you to agree with them, see things their way, is what it looks like. But you're over here. You're over here like, no, stop that. Is it that you don't want to get married? You just want to play house? And they do? Or vice versa? It's like a battle of the wills steps in. You start out nice, let's express what we feel. And then, I don't know, something unhealthy shows up and we start fighting. All right, let's look at the Three of Wands, waiting in anticipation. Three of Wands in your column, Taurus. All right, the Emperor, the Wheel, and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you are in the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're standing your ground here, waiting for them to come back around. You seem to feel a need to really put yourself first here. It's like you're digging in your heels, saying no. I'm. You're gonna have to come to around to my way of thinking because this is what I need. This is what I need for my own well-being, my own self-care. I won't be manipulated into something or something like that. I don't know. Uh, yeah, you're waiting for them to come back around. Let's look at the Five of Cups. They're showing a lot of sadness here. Things just aren't working out the way they want. Show us the Five of Cups. Okay, so There's a painful ending, a lot of doubt about how to manage this thing. Yeah, I kind of feel like somebody wants more of a commitment than another person does. I think they are ready for commitment, perhaps, and you're just like, stop pressuring me. It's not, let's just have a good time and feel good, like how everything was fine until this subject came up. Let's look at the bottom. Yeah, Knight of Swords. It's like they want to be with you, but they need something more for themselves, and so they don't see this working out. It's like ultimately you guys want different things, I guess. Somebody wants to get married here. That's what it is. That's what it looks like. Uh, and I think it's your person, Taurus. Like I said, reverse or exchange the energies is necessary. Let's look at the moon. What is yet to be revealed, please? Somebody here wants a family, and the other person just doesn't want the pressure. They just want to. It's like you both want the same thing, but one of you wants it with a piece of paper, and the other one says, "I don't want a piece of paper attached to it," or something like that. Show us the moon. Okay, so the Knight of Cups, Temperance. Okay, well, that's nice. And at the bottom, the Knight of Pentacles. Slowly but surely, more emotions get expressed. You guys really do love each other. Um, if it weren't for this power struggle having to do with how we get our families to get how we get together and call ourselves a family, because you guys both love each other, you both enjoy each other, you both, at some point were extremely happy, and you're trying to get back to that again. Both of you do want that happiness, but one of you wants it with more of a commitment than the other one. That's what it feels like. It's still here, but at the very end here, you there's a great chance that you guys would, if you get back in touch with your heart space, that you would express uh, that the desire is to bring in balance and bring in healing and have this new opportunity for love and joy to grow. Um, like kind of like, can we start over? Can we start fresh? Um, it's just that one of you has a dream, a very strong idea of how they want things to go. They want to feel committed. They want to feel like it's, you know, solid. And the other one isn't ready to do that and certainly doesn't like being pressured into it, right? So things are moving very, very slowly here, like at a snail's pace. But there's a chance. There is a chance that you guys could heal it. I think one of you would have to let go of your dream. And it still may come true down the road, but it might not. Anyway, that's what's there with that. Let's get some advice, please, for whoever is going through these energies. Advice for Taurus, please. Going through these tough times. All right, and we have the Seven of Wands. Stand in your ground. The King of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. Yep. And at the bottom, the Wise One. So it's just showing that you are blocking this energy of your person. And the actions that they are aligned with. You're just standing your ground. You're just like blocking it. No, I don't want it. I don't care how practical it is or how, balanced it is. It's just, it's being blocked. Let's get an oracle card. You are being stubborn, Taurus, but, that's you. All right. You do not want to be pressured into this, that's for sure. There it is. Exchanging gifts. It is card number 27 from Wisdom of the Oracle. And we have... Here is the message that Spirit has for you. The essential meaning, the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing cost, and determining value. The Oracle's message. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet, in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull. Sorry, I had an itch. Push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time to just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. For the relationship message, it says, love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it is reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. Yeah, I mean, it feels like this matches the dynamic here. The fight starts when, there's this equal give and take. And the Oracle spoke of that. And the thing is, it's not really. It feels like one of you is being very, very resistant and stubborn to what the other one ultimately wants. So I hope you guys can work it out. Maybe seeing things from a bigger picture like this, bird's eye view of the energies. You can take a look at what's happening and the energies that are being created by the fighting about this, by being so, whoever's resistant to that full-on commitment, or whatever the dream is that your person has that they want to share with you, and this, examining what you guys both really want without feeling like you're being coerced into it. That may be that unhealthy behavior pattern that starts the fight. You feel pressure. And so you're not, when we look back over here at the overall energies, when it comes to this emotional pain, you're not really seeing things clearly. Eight of Swords. And so it makes both parties want to run away and go to their separate corners, kind of thing. But then you miss each other and you think about how much you enjoy each other and you try to come back together, and then the subject comes up again and then you argue again. And then there's whatever that unhealthy behavior is that comes up, that toxic energy, that's the thing that hasn't been dealt with. It's like, why so resistant when you have somebody that matches you so well here? Just take the plunge and go for it. What's the worst that could happen, right? Okay, well, that's what we have for you. I hope it helps. If it resonates, or if you just like the style of how we're going to be reading here on this channel, please throw a like and subscribe and leave a comment, share your stories, and I look forward to reading for you guys next time. Take care, Taurus.